Welcome back to the Anti Madden channel. We are back with another Stop This Play segment, and in today's segment we are going to look at how to shut down or at least contain the strong close formation. Now this formation is very popular in the Madden community and can give you problems if you don't run the right plays against it. So we're going to get straight into it. The strong close formation, the strong close shutdown, how we're going to stop this is going to consist of 3 plays: the pinch dog 3 out of the 3-4 odd, the pinch Mike 0, and out of the 3-4 solid, the trio sky zone. Those are the 3 plays we're going to use to shut down the strong close formation against all the plays that people are going to run out of it. And our base play is going to be that pinch dog 3. And the number 1 play you're going to want to shut down out of the strong close, because this is the play that people are trying to run, is the quick toss. So we're going to take a look. You can see the quick toss. You have that right guard pulling, and what you're going to want to do is shut down this play out of the gate when you're playing somebody and you see they come out in the strong close. This is the first play you want to stop. Forget all the other plays. This is the one that most likely they're going to run on you, because it's a very easy run and it's a very good blocking play when you run it against the right plays. But this play, it will not work. So we're going to take a quick look, and I tried to shoot this video earlier today and it just turned out to be too long, so we're going to just go through this quickly. I'm just going to show you exactly what to do in terms of your assignments on defense, and then I'm gonna let you go off and practice it, because the video I ran, it ended up going over to 30 minutes. So I just want to go straight through these and show you exactly what to do. So against the strong close, here's what the strong close quick toss. You're going to come out in this pinch dog 3. You can see it's a fire zone blitz. You got 5 guys on line of scrimmage blitzing. You're going to want to user this guy right here, and all you're going to do is provide run support. And you're going to kind of, at the beginning of the snap, you're going to be really ready to run to the right and kind of run out this way, so you can provide run support against the quick toss. Now what you're going to see sometimes in this probably is this guy right here, Ninkovich, is going to blow up the run in the backfield. And that's going to happen a lot of the times when you run this. In my experience, it happens about 30% of the time, but in practice mode it seems to happen a lot. So as you can see, we'll just run it here. Right there, it gets picked up, and what you're going to want to do is just provide that run support. And you see, we get linebackers coming in, blowing the play up, and right there, Ninkovich, he finally does blow it up that time. And what you're going to do is just be ready for the run and just get out here, and you're going to blow this play up. You're going to have more defenders out there than they have people to block, and you're going to shut down this play. And just make sure when you're usering, you want to stay in this left gap and be ready to blow up that, and be ready to get outside on this run right here. You can see he's blowing it up every single time. So it's not really showing. Let me just try one thing. I'm going to shift the protection to the right so Ninkovich kind of gets picked up. Let's see what happens. It gets picked up here, and what you want to do is just provide run support. Now on this play, even though sometimes Ninkovich doesn't come in, what's going to happen is this is what's going to happen. Your opponent's going to run the ball, and he's most likely going to take the ball out wide. You can see here 66 right here is in position to block. He doesn't even block, and neither one of these guys, the fullback doesn't block, and the guard, the pulling guard, doesn't block. And you can see this is the user that you'd be right here. That's you providing run support. You can see as we get to this position right here, we've actually got 4 defenders free to the ball, and they've got 2 blockers. There's no way that your opponent is going to be able to get a big run, because you've got more defenders than he has, and you actually even have a 5th one back here in the back. So there won't be any big, huge run plays that you see a lot of times when people are running the toss against this play. You are going to shut down the toss, period. So let's just move on. The next thing you want to do is, if it's not the toss, because as soon as you start shutting down that toss, your opponent, if he wants to stay on the run game, he may try to run it up the middle, right? Because he's not having success. So it's a dive, HB dive weak. Again, we want to be ready for the toss, but if it's not the toss, be ready to kind of come in here and blow up that A gap or B gap. And it may take you a little bit of practice to be ready, but you want to see right there, I end up missing the hole. But it looks like on the HB dive weak, you just need to be ready to blow up that left A gap. Now you see right here, this linebacker here comes down to the line of scrimmage. He will do this sometimes. What you want to do is make sure he's off the line of scrimmage. You don't want anybody, you don't want that linebacker on the line of scrimmage. So just reset the play, and he'll come back to the second level. The reason we're doing that is because it messes up our play defense against that quick toss. We want to have everybody rushing to the ball on the right side of the screen. So again, one more time, if he runs the ball back, you see we end up getting the nose tackle, blowing that up. So let's just move on to the next one. So against other run plays out of this, you're going to have decent success. It's not the best. So if your opponent is trying to run the ball back to the weak side, he may get a few yards sometimes, but there's nobody you're going to play who's going to consistently just try to run weak side in between the tackles. Most people can't run in between the tackles in this game because they don't know how to, and they don't know how the blocking sets up. Most people want to run outside, especially with fast running backs. They want to get outside on you on tosses and sweeps and run to the edge. So don't worry so much about the run game to the left. You will get beat a couple times, but you're not going to get beat a whole lot. So the next thing we're going to look at is defending the pass out of this. And we're going to quickly move through them. The first one, let's see. The first pass you might see out of strong close is you see this wide receiver out. This is a play that used to be really nasty last year in Madden 15 because you see this Antonio Brown route on the left was really good at getting separation. Now this year they've changed it to make it less lethal because it used to be about a 7 to 8 yard out route and it was deadly in terms of separation. As soon as you got to the top of the route, the separation was nasty against man coverage, and there was no way you could actually defend it unless you put a cover 2 out there or you manually defended it, and even then it left other open receivers open, like that Ladarius Green route, that tight end coming on the post over the middle. That also gets good separation on man, and you have the fullback out of the backfield. If you were running some sort of zone, you could just throw it into the flats and get 3 to 4 yards every single time. So it's a very good play that people were running. This year in Madden, they've tried to, I guess, make it less lethal, and they've put Antonio Brown's route on a 13-yard before he breaks outside, which makes it a lot longer for Brown to get out there. So they've tried to make it a little bit less good, but you're going to still be, people still try to run this potentially on you. And what you're going to want to do is, you see your play art right here. You're supposed to be playing a seam flat defense here. That is still going to be your assignment. So as soon as you don't see run, you want to run over to this area and pretty much cover Antonio Brown man to man, and then actually you want to kind of shade over to the middle here because the tight end is going to be coming open over the middle right here. So let's see. I can't actually show. I'm just going to show you to you like this. So we read run. It's not a run. We get out here, cover Antonio Brown, and then your opponent might try to throw it to the tight end, right? That's what's going to happen. So we read run. It's not a run. We want to cover Antonio Brown. He's going to go to the second read, and we're going to try to get over there and blow that up. And actually, he's probably going to throw that a little bit earlier. If I use the offense right here, you see your opponent might just look for that a little bit quicker, right? So all you need to do is, if you wanted to, you can use this guy and cover the tight end. You've got a lot of options, right? So if it's not the pass and he keeps going to this play over and over and over, you can just use your high tower and cover the tight end, right? Cover the tight end over the middle. But the other thing you need to be aware of is that that guy right there on this particular play is going to be open every single time. So if you use this, you can take away Antonio Brown. If you use the high tower, you can take away the tight ends. And that's all you need to know if you want to take away one of those routes, right? So take away Antonio Brown with this guy. Take away the tight end, Darius Green, with this guy over the middle. And be ready to come over and help. So let's say you show help here. And your opponent throws it there. Be ready to try to get over there and get that pick. And that's all you need to do on this particular play. And remember, this is our base defense. This is not for stopping the pass. This is for stopping the run. We don't want anybody, especially on first down, to be running any quick tosses on us, any kind of dive, weak zones, nothing. We're not giving up any runs. So this isn't the greatest pass defense, but that's why we've got the other two plays to give us that. So let me just run against maybe another pass play you might see, the trail. So the wide trail was popular actually from 2 or 3 Maddens ago, where you could just hit Antonio Brown deep and people would just face catch it. That is kind of, I would say, over. I don't see really many people running that and doing that anymore, just because it doesn't. Computer AI plays a whole lot differently on that route. But that's what people used to do. Let me just see if it still works. They would just wait for him to get deep and just catch it over the top. And he still caught it right there. So that's what people used to do on this play. And again, if we're going to be reading run, if it's not a run, you want to get over and look. He might just throw there. So you just got to kind of read it. Whatever offensive pass play it is, you just want to kind of play your seam area, and then you see this guy's open. You want to get over there and try to break on it, right? If you know he's trying to go to the wide receiver right there on that slant, you can actually kind of bait him into it, pretend like you're guarding this, and then come back. You can also get a chance to actually potentially hit stick, or you could just sit here because you know the slant is coming and probably go to that second guy right there. Exactly. So again, it's not the greatest pass defense, but we're not too worried about that because you're not going to see that a lot of times on first down. I'm just showing you what you need to do in case it is a pass. And sometimes, again, right there, the pressure will come off. So you will get, a lot of times you will get pressure from this guy right here, Jabal Sheard, who's going to be your lefty tackle. He is going to be matched up. You see the right guard right there. He's going to be matched up with 66. And if you have a guy that has good block shed, you're going to want to put him there because he's going to get a lot of he's going to get right off the ball sometimes and come in straight for a sack, even just on a 2-second drop. So sometimes you will get pressure, but a lot of times you're just playing and kind of deciphering what pass play your opponent is coming out in. And you just want to kind of be there ready. So again, not a deep pass defense. This is literally to stop the run. But it isn't terrible against the pass. Let's just move on to the next play. There's a bunch of pass plays out of the strong close, but I just want to give you the main plays you're going to see out of this, I think. Let's see, where's the play? Okay, PA scissors. Let's see. First I'm going to go with, let's go with PA scissors. PA scissors is another one. This is what happens. This is the play that people are going to run on you when they can't run the ball. So if he tries to run the HB dive weak or the quick toss or any kind of run on you and he can't get any traction with it, now he's going to try to go to the pass because he thinks, oh, well, I'm going to try to get downfield on you. This is where we're going to completely shut this down, period. Now, the pinch dog, let's say you're in this pinch dog and he runs the PA, let's see, the PA. You can see the PA wide receiver. Most of the time they're looking for Ladarius Green, very good separation, and the fullback in the flat right here. So if I just run it, right here the pressure comes off, but it hasn't been my experience that this play is going to shut down that, and actually it's doing a pretty good job. So let me just see. It's doing it. Yeah, actually, it's really doing a really good job because you see that right end. I mean, the left end. Excuse me. The left end is just coming straight off, unblocked. And I think actually, when I did come up with this play, that was one thing I was looking at. So actually, yes, you will shut down the PA scissors out of this because that guy will come off. And I'm not even pass committing, but if you did pass commit play QB. I think he'll come straight off and tackle the quarterback. Yeah, but what we're not going to pass commit play QB because that's going to screw up the run defense. So you actually want to leave everything as is and just come out. You don't have to do anything. Just use this guy and be ready to stop that quick toss because this play actually will stop the PA scissors on its own. Period. But let me just see. Let's say if he cancels the PA real quickly and throws it. And see right there, you have a defender right there in the flat. So if your opponent really did try to throw it quickly, you have a defender right there. So he won't get anything from the fullback. Most of the time, again, like I said, they're looking for the tight end. And this play right here, they're looking for this right here. And that's actually well defended too. So you're pretty decent against the PA scissors. But if you really want to shut down the scissors, pinch Mike 0. Call that, come to your audibles, pinch Mike 0, and what you're going to see is this guy right here, Hightower, is going to come in untouched. On this, you are going to want to pass commit play QB. And let me just run the user on offense. You see that linebacker comes straight up the middle, and you'll have man coverage on everybody up the field. So if you know your opponent is in PA scissors, which is one of the popular plays that they will go to, or if your opponent hurries up on you and you think he's going to pass, you can just call this to bring the man blitz. And if it is a play action, it's going to get blown up every single time because that linebacker is going to come in there and it's very fast. He's not going to have a whole lot of time to even get the ball off to his tight end. You see the tight end right there was open, but the pressure is so fast, and he comes in for the sack right there. So pinch Mike 0 is your pass defense against the PA scissors. PA scissors, you're going to shut that down. The other popular play out of the strong close, I'm going to look at real quick, is the PA cross shot right here. And this is a play that's actually pretty deadly against most man. Let's say you were running a cover 1 hole or even cover 2. There's a huge holes that open up and huge separation that happens when you go up against this play. But again, we would come out and pinch dog 0, be ready for the toss. And what'll happen is, okay, it's not the toss. You would play your position, and you see your opponent has a lot of open areas over the field. So let me just let the computer play defense. You can see if your opponent comes out in this, actually overthrew that ball right there, but the guy was open over the middle. And a lot of people who run this a lot of the time, they'll be very good at getting the timing down of when to throw this. You can see right there, deep ball over the middle for about 20 yards every time. So if you come out and it's not the quick toss, this is the play that your opponent may come out in, and it's going to be a very good play for him. So the reason is, what we want to do is have that counter if we know that he really likes going to the PA cross shot if he can't run the ball. So if he can't run the ball, then we want to come out to the pinch Mike 0. Same play again. You see right here, everybody's covered, and we have the middle linebacker coming straight up the middle. And that's going to happen every single time your opponent runs this PA cross shot. And a lot of times people will not do any hot routing to these plays because they're already good on their own. So all you need to do, pinch Mike 0, pass commit play QB. The linebacker's going to come straight through the middle, and he's not going to give a whole lot of time for your opponent to pass. Now, the other pass defense out of this, which is a little bit safer because that pinch Mike 0 may not work on some of these regular passing plays. It works on the play action, but it may not work on some of the regular passing plays. The last play we're going to look at is the trio sky zone, we call that. It's basically a fire zone blitz, and you're going to be using this guy over the middle right here. The first thing I actually need to talk about real quickly is who do you need to use on pinch Mike 0. So let's go back to pinch Mike 0. Again, this is our man blitz to take away the play action, the deep ball. I like to use the free safety who's guarding the running back, because you can actually kind of stay over the middle of the field if your opponent, and you can kind of take away another route. You will be leaving the running back open, but the pressure is so fast that it won't even matter. You just want to take away your opponent's ability to get downfield and make it look like things are covered for that 1 to 2 seconds at the beginning of the play. And you cover it, and look, there's nothing open there. So that's who you need to use on that. The next play we're going to look at is the 3-4 solid trio sky zone. And let's see here. You're going to want to use this guy right here in the left A gap, and your responsibility is just here. Pass commit play QB if it is the play action, and you want to use the middle of the field. And I think your responsibility on this is going to be to cover Antonio Brown on this crossing route pretty much all the way. Because if you don't cover him like this, I mean, he's not that open. Your opponent might look for that. But it was my experience that if you didn't use that linebacker right there, he could get open over the middle. Right here, you see what happens. So this is the reason why I like this play, because even though you're not bringing man blitz pressure, the linebackers and the defensive tackles on line of scrimmage, they get very good block shed in 3 to 4 seconds. So if you can just cover for that 3 to 4 seconds, you are going to get pressure on this play. Let me see here. And probably what your opponent is going to try to do is hit this guy deep. The other reason why I like this is because you got 2 defenders right there covering, so it's not going to be an easy catch if he tries to aggressive catch on you over the middle. And all you want to do is cover Antonio Brown's route. So right here, your opponent might try to do this, but he's going to have 2 defenders right there. And I know he caught it right there, but if you wanted to, you could cover that yourself. but most of the time they're actually going to play that pretty well. So pass commit play QB. You want to cover Antonio Brown. Arthur comes in the wrong play here. Your opponent's going to be looking and looking. There's not a whole lot of people open. So that's the reason why I like this play. And you're going to want to go with Antonio Brown on this. I'm going to show help here and then get back, because your opponent will probably throw it like this. And there'll be two defenders right there. And hopefully you get that pick right there. And that's going to do it for this edition of Stop This Play. These plays right here, these three, I think they'll be all you need to shut down the strong close. Most of the time, you'll be in this pinch dog 3. You're going to stop the run. If it's a pass, remember you need to play this position. You're going to need to get into the lab and actually practice, probably against the computer, just so you know exactly where your reads are and who you want to use her. I like to use this middle linebacker because it gives you an easy way to get and cover most of the routes that people are going to run. But for me, if your opponent is coming out, and let's see it, you can easily just blitz the play action, pinch Mike 0, pass commit play QB, and that middle linebacker will come straight up the middle. Right there, you see that? Straight up the middle. Let's say that this is the wide receiver out, and you're in the pinch buck. Remember, you're just going to play this pass here, and hopefully the pressure will come in. So it's a very versatile defense, but most of the time what it's designed to do is shut down the run game and force your opponent to pass, or even force your opponent to come out of this formation and go into something else like 11 personnel or 12 personnel or 22 personnel. Get him out of this strong close formation, get him out of his comfortable zone, and basically bring pressure every single time. Stay tuned for new videos to Stop This Play. If you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to my channel for more Madden 17 content. Until next time, the Anti Madden is out. Peace.